Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Friday evening. Hope you had a good day, a good week, and you're looking forward to a belter of a weekend. You've deserved it, you've earned it, and if you're working at the weekend, I'm sorry. I used to be one of those guys, so I know how you feel. It's not a weekend, it's like a Wednesday or a Thursday. We are talking in this video a little bit around Antonio Nusa. This came out yesterday. I didn't report on it yesterday, so I want to do it today. We need to get through this. We need to talk about this. It's quite interesting, this whole debacle, you could probably call it. And also a weird report surrounding Spurs and their pursuit of potentially going in for Adrien Rabiot. Yeah, I know. I've just let that settle there, I know. Yeah, let's talk about it. Just want to say before we start though, if you are new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us. And let's talk this Antonio Nusa report. So it came from Football London, and it said that Tottenham have maintained an interest in Norwegian star Antonio Nusa following his failed move to Brentford. Spurs were one of the teams battling for the 18-year-old Club Brugge winger in the January transfer window, who recorded 4 assists and a goal in his first 4 matches for Norway as part of a £25 million deal, but ended up losing out initially to Brentford, who could offer Nusa more immediate playtime. Look, we're all super high on him. We're all like, here's the guy, he's going to be unreal, not as good as me, but like he's pretty good. And then it was like, he's going to Brentford, and it was like, he's not very good, he was never the guy, he's definitely still not me. And if we just put it into context, he's still a good player. He's still a good player. There's no denying that. We all got hyped up about a player that we've never probably seen live, unless you've probably not seen live. And then we all sort of swept under the rug. Oh, I've not seen him live, so he can't be that good. It's that kind of vibe, right? You always try and defect. I'm not hurt. First sign of grief, denial. I'm not bothered. Whatever. We've got me at left wing. Whatever. It goes on. Football London reported at the time that Tottenham had held talks for the player, but for a raw but talented teenager, not starting regularly for his Belgian side yet, they couldn't offer similar guarantees to him for next season with their current squad. The player in his camp also felt the point that moving to one of the bigger clubs was a big step bigger two-step, really, bigger two-step. Step too big. There you are. You can tell I've just eaten and my mind is absolutely everywhere. Look, talented player. I've said it before. Exciting talent. One of the better talents in Europe. He's alongside a Rooney Bargi, a Lucas Bergvall, who... I can't stress this enough. When you see him next year, if you've not seen the clips recently, when you see him next year, you're going to go, how the hell have we got this guy? He's absolutely unreal. He's going to be very good for Spurs. But on Antonio Nusa, he's still one of the more talented wingers in Europe, young wingers, obviously. Why did it all go wrong? Well, it says, however, a problem then occurred in his medical with Brentford, which ultimately culminated in its collapse. After the transfer window closed, Nusa went for further tests with the Norwegian national team, where they discovered that the findings of the medical do not cause problems or symptoms and is ready for training and games. So if I remember correctly, it was because he had a bad back and he had a knee issue. I'm now 28, so I'm about 9 or 10 years older than Antonio Nusa. I have a bad back. I have knee issues. I've ruptured an ACL. I've torn a meniscus. So, and it's not, it wasn't one of those, I would have gone pro if it wasn't for my bum knee. At 17, I ruptured the ACL. But, it's neither here nor there. You can get past those things. He, I don't think, has them or those issues. Maybe it's, early onset issues where it might cause him aggro when he's 30, 31 and retires a bit earlier than maybe some other people. He's not a Ryan Giggs who went on to, 40 odd. I don't know, but supposedly not a big deal. So where does Spurs come into this situation with obviously Brentford pulling out the deal? They're not wanting him anymore. Do Spurs come back in? So it says Tottenham were a strong contender to sign him. Do you think they will return? So this was put to a man that is very much in the know with all this. And it said that Tottenham is definitely one of the clubs showing interest. It's difficult to say right now if they will try to seriously get him. But as we can see with Tottenham's strategy to invest in big young talents, it wouldn't surprise me if they try. So let's take that last part. If it wouldn't surprise me if they try. I think Spurs will do that. I think Spurs might go in again. But I think Spurs will look at the offer that Brentford gave, which was more than we offered with a sell-on. Spurs aren't touching that with a 20-foot pole. Spurs will come back down to where they were again and say, look, we want him. He obviously wants to go. And it would, do you know what? I would love to know if Spurs do a situation, if they ever did a buy and loan back. I wouldn't hate that at all. But I mean, I don't see that happening personally. I think if we're looking at the wingers that we're going to be looking to sign, I think you're looking at people that are going to come in and impact the squad straight away. And when you look at the wingers options, with obviously Richie now being injured for a few weeks. By the way, if you didn't know, Richie's out for a few weeks. Came out from Ange's press conference. If you don't know it, go on Spurs' YouTube channel, have a little watch. You're down Manor Solomon, who's been out for... Manor Solomon's been out for supposedly 5 months. That's mental. That is absolutely bloody mental. Brian Hill, that, Spurs maybe supposedly aren't that keen on. Timo, let's see. Brennan obviously still very raw. And Kulusevski, who's been in and out of form a little bit, you kind of look at it going, we can't really go another season of Son's prime going, we'll get him in a year. He'll be good in a year. We want people to come in now, do the business now. That's why they are interested in Neto. That's why they're interested in Rafinha, Nico Williams, and a Rooney Bargy. So, we'll keep an eye on the Nusa situation because I think that is a weird one. Let's talk about Adrien Rabiot. It came to Team Talk, who said that Tottenham will soon begin talks with Adrien Rabiot's camp as they look to beat Liverpool and Arsenal to the midfielder. Look, let's put it into context before we always talk about this again. I've spoken about Adrien Rabiot. He's going to be on a free. He's a guy whose, quote, wage demands were too high for Manchester United. That same Manchester United that gave Alexis Sanchez £500,000 a week. That same Man United that gave Ronaldo pretty much the same amount per week. That team that's given Marcus Rashford 350 grand a week. Bruno's on huge wages. Casemiro's on huge wages. Varane's on huge wages. This is a team that overpays all of their players, probably by double what they're worth. And Adrien Rabiot was too expensive for them. So it makes you think, how much was he charging? I say charging like it's a service, like, I'll come fix your driveway, but it's going to cost you this. No, it's not like that. I'm just saying, I would say he's probably asking for close up to £200,000 a week because he's on a free. Then on top of that, he's going to get a signing on fee, which he charges more for because he'll say, it's not him personally, but his representatives, which I think is his mum, will say, look, you're not having to spend 25 million on me. Give me 15 million for my signing on fee. That's how they do it. That's how do it. If you're a free transfer, look at Mbappe. His signing on fee is probably going to be about £150 million. Just purely because of the fact that you're not, as Real Madrid, having to spend money to get him away from PSG. He'll be on the free. So Adrien Rabiot will be thinking something similar in terms of, give me a bigger signing on fee, give me a bigger wage because you're not having to spend 25 million on me plus the signing on fee plus those wages. I hope we don't. I hope we don't. I don't think he would suit what we want to do. I don't want him to be one of the highest paid players in the club. And I don't really rate him for the money that he's going to want. Now, if someone like a Heung-min Son level was coming on as a free, wanting that money, you'd sit there and go, well, yeah, probably. But that's Sonny. He's world class. But we'll see on the Adrien Rabiot front as well. But yeah, anyway, so that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comments section your thoughts, feelings about Nusa, about Rabiot. I want to know your thoughts, feelings about both those guys. Obviously, subscribe if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, the end of the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.